Hey everybody, I'm Stelios the Greek. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are making a curtain rod holder. This is what you'll need. So I started, these are just the small pieces. It's a lot easier to get these in the camera than large pieces. So a 1x4, an 8-footer, and a 1x6, another 8-footer. So you're also going to need 2 rods. I'm doing 2 windows, so I need 2 rods. You're going to get those cut to the whatever length your window is. Mine, I've got 120 inches, and the other is going to be 80 inches. So I'm going to have 3 dividers in each window. So if you've got a smaller window, you can get away with just 2. So tools that you'll need for this project. I use the drill press, where you could easily get away with the drill. I used my bandsaw right here, but you can get away with a simple cheap jigsaw. Let's see what else I need. I think that's about it. I use a sander. If you don't have a sander, you can hand sand. And I used my table saw. If you don't have a table saw, you can use a chop saw. Here's what I did. So while I was at Home Depot, I found over in the wood section that they had these particular cutouts. So what I did was I took one of the cutouts and I took my 1x6 and I actually traced that onto my 1x6 like that. So that gave me the outline, and I was to cut 6 of those after I traced them out like that. So we'll go over the bandsaw and we'll cut 6. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make little relief cuts because I got a 3/8 blade on this thing. Boom. So now we're going to go ahead and take this. You need 6 of these. Alright everybody, so now that you've got your 6 cutouts, what you're going to do is you're going to measure down 2 3/4. I'm going to measure across 2 1/2. And where those 2 lines meet is where I'm going to drill my hole. You're going to want to do that cross mark on every piece. Let's go over to the drill press. A cheapy $100 drill press from what's it called? The Home Depot. It does everything I want it to do and more. It is absolutely amazing. It's one of the coolest things I've got in the shops is this little tiny drill press. So before I start, I'm using an 1 3/8 bit. That's gonna go fit my rod. Here we go. Just punch that out. There's your hole. Hello everybody. Alright, so after you've got your hole drilled out, what you want to go ahead and do now is set this aside. Take your 1x4. This is supposed to be 8 foot long, and go ahead and cut yourself 6 9-inch pieces and 6 7-inch pieces, and that'll be your tops and bottoms. That's what they're going to look like. So you're going to 45 one end of the 7-inch, you're going to 45 the other 9-inch, and they're going to stick together just like that. So I'm going to head over to my chop saw and we'll do that now. Alright, so that's what I've gone and done with these pieces. Is once you get them cut to length, you're going to have this L shape like that, and your cutout is going to fit in there just like so. But what I did to dress it up is I took my handheld router that I purchased at the Home Depot. This thing was like 120 bucks or something. A great deal, fantastic tool to have. I put an OG profile cutter in there, and I went and I used that as my profile on this just to dress it up. Here at home, guys, that's where you could really make it your own. If you've got a hand plane, you could go ahead and, you know, plane that corner down. You got a nice little chamfered bit. Or if you like, just take your sander, round over the corner, and you're also good to go. It's also a pretty profile. So yeah, at home, if you don't have the router, you could use a sander. You could use sandpaper in your hand. Or if you've got a $5 hand plane that you picked up at an antique store, go ahead and use that, chamfer the corners. So after you've done all that, you could take the same router that I've got here with, I think it's a 1/4 inch round over bit, and just to dress this hole up, I just went on the inside here and here, and I just added a little design there. So, like I said, you could leave it square to itself or add whatever detail you want. It's your project, make it your own. Those are the little details. I highly suggest you try experimenting. You don't have to copy what I'm doing, or you're more than welcome to copy it, whatever you want to do. So those are our pieces there. And another thing that I've done to dress up the rods, I do have a lathe, so I decided to make my own ends. I did one smaller than the other. I don't know if you could tell there, but you can go ahead and make any design you want if you do have a lathe. I'm practicing on the lathe, so this was good practice for me. So I'm going to show you guys now how to put this whole thing together. You guys ready? Here we go. So we've got our 2 pieces like that. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to get those pre-drilled. Let me get my drill. This is where it's handy to have a drill or 2. I've got a 3/8 countersink here with a drill bit. And here's that for my screw.
This one for you.
Thank you, baby.
This one.
Alright, so right over here I've just pre-drilled and screw. So nobody's ever going to see the screws up top, so you could get fancy with it. I didn't. I just kind of left it like that. We're good to go. Look at that clean 45. Woo! So there's that. I'm going to go ahead and pre-drill this side. Here it helps to have your 5 closest friends. So go ahead, we'll get this all put together. Like that. And then this guy sits right in here. You can go ahead and center this off the OG here. I've got it centered in at about 1 inch on either side. We'll be good to go. So the way I did that, the way I do this part is like so. I hold it upright like that. I've got it centered off with my speed square. Or not my speed square, my square. And we'll go ahead, drill a couple holes from the back, and drive some screws home. Boom. And then I get another one from the top. And there you have it. So you're going to need to do this 6 other times, and you'll be good to go. So after that is completed, what we're going to go ahead and do now, a little bit of sanding. After we're done sanding, we're going to take your countersink, and I'm going to do 4 holes, 1, 2, 3, 4. And what I did there, with these holes here, these 4, I've got some plugs here, button plugs. So after I get them mounted to the wall, I'm going to go ahead, drive those home, and that's kind of the finished product. So there you go. Totally easily done within a day. If you've got the tools, go ahead and do it. If you don't, borrow them. Or go out and buy them. I highly suggest you guys do this. I saved a ton of money doing both my windows. What was it? 80 inches on one, 120 on the other. Cost me about, I don't know, 45, 50 bucks, which is amazing. I saved about $150 there, which is awesome. So if you liked the video, please like, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe. Over and out.